was a personal trainer for about 10 years. I loved it because I was working with people, I was helping people. I loved the interaction, I loved the science of it. But I got really burnt out because I wasn't taking care of myself. At the end of the day, I was just so exhausted, I wasn't doing something to help myself. And after about 10 years of that, multiple things happened. I lost my brother, and that just kind of threw me through a loop. And I needed to be home for a while, and I found a craft called needle felting, just a little kit that I found at a craft store because I needed something to do with my hands. I needed to, if I was going to be home, I needed to be working on something that I felt would help me feel accomplished for the day. So I fell in love with it because I've always been a crafty person, but I had just shut it down for so long, and it was really fun to bring that back. And I completely became obsessed with it. Not many people are two-dimensionally felting. There's a lot of three-dimensional where you're creating sculptures and things that stand up, but I've kind of adapted it into more flat things that can be framed or displayed that way. So my art is kind of like painting in a way, except instead of using paint, I'm using fibers, like different types of dyed colored fibers. And I'm laying the fiber where I want it and using sharp needles to place the wool in very specific spots. And I create pictures with the fiber that way. Yeah, this is a simple process of lots of stabbing. Yeah. Sometimes I will just be in a fiber shop, like a local place, and I will see a blend or a color, and I'll know exactly what I want that to be. Like a couple months ago, some lady had made this bat, a wool bat that just had all these beautiful blends in it. And I was like, that is an ocean, you know, and I just knew that that had to be the center of my painting, and then I was gonna put the clouds around it. It all just comes together sometimes from the wool. Other times it's a photo or a place I've been, something that really just kind of struck me as absolutely beautiful, and sometimes it's just the smallest little things. And you know, they're all moments that I found beautiful or peaceful, and I want to recreate them. When I recreate something that I've seen, I'm able to appreciate it even more. I'm able to just sit quietly and feel that again. And then what's amazing is that if I can capture it the way I want to, when someone else sees that painting and they say, oh, this makes me feel so peaceful, like then I feel like I've done the right thing. Like then I'm like, yes, I want other people to feel that way when they see my art. I want it to be something that they can just mentally escape to for as long as they want. It's my way of sharing that with the world. I hope that they can feel some kind of emotion that went into it. I mean, I know that's kind of what we already said, but I guess they're just, like, it can also be so simple that I hope it reminds people that art can be simple too. It can just be this tiny little 2 by 3 inch thing that makes you feel a certain way. Sometimes people see something in my work that I didn't see at first, or they see a different place that they've been. I love when someone picks up on what I was feeling, and I love creating calm places. I know we're living in some stressful times, you know, and there were so many times in the last few years where I knew I just had to make something that, and even just give it to a person as a gift, that they needed it in their office, in their workspace. And that feeling for me is what I crave as an artist. Like, I want to help people in some way that I can. It's a form of my own self-expression, and I mean, maybe it is just my own feelings of peace and calm, and then that's carrying on. I feel like I'm finally doing something that is 100% me.